そして続いてはニューヨークから@NYC のコーナー、マイケルさんに伝えてもらいます。
おはようございます。今週のその後半はまさにこの問題です。ニューヨークの市民と警察の間の複雑な関係を少しでも良くするための取り組み、ご覧ください。演劇を通して警察官と市民の相互理解を促すユニークな取り組みがあります。週に一度、警察官と市民ボランティアが7人ずつ集まり、10週間かけて即興劇を作り上げるプロジェクト。10年前、警察官が黒人を拘束する際に死亡させた事件をきっかけに始まったものです。警察官と市民が向き合い、互いをどう見ているのかを語ります。その話をもとに立場を入れ替え、警察官は市民を、市民は警察官を演じます。
As the officers walked into my room with the flashlights out, guns out, as I look at my husband, I don't understand what's going on. As the officers say, "Who is he? Where is he?" I respond, "I don't know who you're talking about."
We save lives. We've taken hundreds of guns off the street, millions of dollars in drugs. We save lives.
違う立場を演じることで双方の気づきを促していきます。このプロジェクトを立ち上げた舞台演出家のテリー・グリースさん、市民と対話することの重要性を当時の警察署長に訴え実現しました。
It's to increase an awareness in the police that just because they're wearing a uniform doesn't mean people understand what they say. And for civilians, it's just because somebody's wearing a uniform doesn't make him your enemy.
このリハーサルは午後6時から10時まで。食事休憩を取りますが、この時の会話が即興劇に生かされています。
I cannot tell you what it's like for somebody to try to kill you. I cannot tell you what it's like that when you walk in, you know for a fact your life is in danger. You don't know those type of experience.
I felt like they made me cross that line so they could pull me over. And then this cop, I'm so scared. I know.
この即興劇を大勢の人に見てもらい、警察と市民の関係を改善すること、それがこのプロジェクトの狙いです。
I think I'm trying to be, I guess, listen better. So yeah, I guess I'm trying. But it's still, I'm a police officer.
Every time I see officers now, I don't think every officer is gonna approach me wrong. I don't think officers are gonna harass me. I had to change my mindset, and then I had to put myself in their shoes. Why are they so aggressive?
これは濃厚な時間ですよね。時間をかけて出てきた本音をぶつけ合うっていうのが大切なんでしょうね。
本音ね。ただ、やっぱ警官と市民って本音どころか基本的なコミュニケーションがうまく取れてないから、ああやって関係が悪化するんだって思ったのが、ね、さっきの舞台演出家のテリーさんなんですけれども、即興劇ですから、即興劇では役者さんがその場で思いついたセリフでその伝える能力と、他の役者さんなんてそれを聞いて理解する能力が求められますから、そういうコミュニケーションのトレーニングがいっぱいあるんですって。今週はその即興劇の訓練が警察と市民の関係改善にも効果的かもしれないと思ったテリー・グリースさんにお話を聞きました。Why would you say the police are so often disliked by, the citizenry in New York?
Wow, that's a huge question. I'm not sure I could be the definitive answer on that, but the history of policing in this country is very much related to the history of slave catching. There have been historical injustices
I wonder if you happen to know what kinds of complaints police officers often get.
From what I understand and from what I've learned over the past 8 years, there's a lot of complaints like the officer was rude to me. The officer used a curse word in my presence. And then it gets more aggravated from there. But those are the more daily complaints.
Improv theater is the training. This isn't about memorizing lines and that kind of thing.
We're really doing improvisation for communication enhancement. There are always high stakes involved. So people are nervous. They're not on their best game, perhaps. But how do you stay present long enough to really respond appropriately, to communicate succinctly and directly all the way through that communication with making no assumptions?
You know, it's easy to think about how these exercises might be helping the police officers change for the better or something like this. What about us normal citizens?
I think everybody needs to listen better. You know, we're used to saying, oh, yes, I'm listening to you. I'm listening to you. Well, you're really thinking about what you're going to say next, right? You start to talk, I assume I know what you're saying, and I immediately start to formulate my response. But if I'm brave enough to not formulate my response and just listen to you, then my response is going to be much more authentic. We're really going to be communicating, and they know they're going to be pilloried, even though that person had nothing to do with it. But they come back and they try again. It's really moving to watch them grapple with communication and trying to find the common ground.